Warning. Actonville TV disclaimer. The views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the host, authors, and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of any religious affiliation.
Welcome, Namaste, Namaskaram, Sairam, Jai Shri Ram, Swamiye, Sannamayappa, Vetri Velmuruganukku, Arogara. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the show. Welcome, Thirukarral. How are you?
Good, I'm well.
How was the Diwali?
Good.
Was it nice?
Yes.
Well, welcome to the show, everybody. For those of you just joining us, you are watching Actonville TV. It's for everyone. This is a show called The Journey. It's all about exploring Hinduism as a whole. I'm your host, Thirukarral, and by my side, I have Thirukarral Sumudali here to educate you throughout the entire hour of the Journey show. Well, welcome.
Thank you. And I look forward to the participation of everyone.
Alright, so guys, don't forget we are streaming live and we are here in Glen Vista, South Africa. Join the conversation, interact with us at the bottom of the screen where it says live chat. You can interact with us in studio today as it is episode 142, as we are covering the understanding of the TK lifestyle, meaning the Thirukarral lifestyle, and today we're covering verses 26 to 32 of the 64 verses, and this is the essence of the Thirukarral.
Yes, and that verses are actually the essence of family life.
Yes.
That we're going to be covering today.
That's it. Coming in through YouTube, as we've asked you to interact with us as we're live this evening, Hannah Rodriguez says, Welcome T and Kimera. Welcome Hannah. Alright, as you know, before we do anything in our religion and in this show, we must give praise and thanks to Lord Ganesha first. Helping us do that this evening, ladies and gentlemen, is Nalisha Governor, Devon and Navani with Gaja Badana.
Gajavadana
What a beautiful rendition for the lovely children from Skylar's Music Academy as we had Lalisha Governor, Devon and Devani performing for you Gaja Balana.
Yeah, beautiful voice.
Beautiful voice. As we ask you guys to join the conversation and interact with us in the studio today, we've got Sammy Naidu coming in through YouTube. Welcome back, Guruji and Kimela. Thank you so much, Sammy Naidu. Prakasan Pillai, also known as Guru Prega, he says, Vadakam all I can say, Mika Nandi to the wonderful work you're doing. May you all stay blessed. Nandi Guruji. Alright, so before we go any further, okay, we have spoken about the different verses of the 64 verses in the Thirukarral, right? Now today's episode, guys, episode number 142, this is the verses 26 to 32 of the 64 verses, right? And this is the essence of the Thirukarral. Now, we actually last broadcasted 2 weeks ago, and I do believe that T is going to give you a brief of what you missed. But if you did miss the shows and you want to watch it again, you are watching episode 142, so you can go back and watch the other shows again. But for now, we have T to help you out.
Alright, yeah, so let's recap on the purpose of what we are doing here, which is I'm the teacher of the TK Lifestyle Program, and I encourage people to participate so you have a better understanding. And the purpose is basically to have a meaningful life in this world.
Yes.
So that's what, and the text that we based on is the Thirukarral, and that means value system. So people want to know what is our value system, we have the Thirukarral. And the author of it is Gulliver, born 31 BC, and the entire philosophy and religion is called Samadhan. So that's over 10,000 years old.
Yes.
So it's brilliant philosophy, it's timeless, and it's still very relevant until up to today. Yes. And from these verses you can see the relevance to our personal lives. And so today we're doing the part that we started off with spirituality, which was chapter 1, and then we've done the other chapters based on how individual progresses towards the core values. And now the individual, that was an individual, two individuals get together and form a family. Actually, a family with children, husband, wife. So that is this essence that we're doing today. And I look forward to all the questions and whatever people want to ask. It's really exciting.
Thank you. We have Devon Naidu coming in through YouTube as he says, Om Sai Ram to you, Devon Naidu. Teresa Kuriachi, Namaste Mr. T and Kimera, you guys are looking lovely. Thank you so much, Teresa. Robbie Pillay, welcome T and Kimera, welcome Mr. Pillay. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a little break. When we come back, we're going to continue and start with T's teachings today as he's going to educate you on verses 26 to 32 of the 64 verses from the Thirukarral. Straight after this.
Strap yourself in to this hand-built 5-liter sedan. An engineering marvel that could drive your spend into the red. Accelerating your lifestyle beyond your means. In this world of chasing status, do you want a bank that takes your money or a bank that takes your money seriously?
Vanakkam, Namaste, Namaskaram, Sai Ram, Jai Shri Ram, Swami Sarnamayappa. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to the show. Alright. So I do apologize for the bad audio this evening as we are streaming live in a studio that is not fully soundproofed and it is raining today.
Yeah.
So I believe T is a very humble and soft-spoken man, so we're going to have to ask him to project a little bit more. Shame, no, you can try. You can try. Alright, we've got, well, thank you so much, Clarissa, for letting us know. She says hi, she can't hear it. The noise in the background is very loud. It's raining. Yes, it is, honey. We've got Desutera Naidu. Welcome to the show. For those of you who are watching the show for the very very first time, please do like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done already. And this is show called The Journey, and it's all about exploring Hinduism as a whole. For those of you who don't know who you're looking at, my name is Thirukarral. I'm your host. By my side here, Thirukarral to educate you. Today on the verses 26 to 32. Remember, this is episode 142 if you are taking notes. Okay, so what would you like to do first? Would you like to start with the verses from number 26 today?
I think so. I think we'll begin with the first verse.
Okay.
And well, it says wealth derived from work should be used for the benefit of your family.
Okay, so let's take a look at number 26 today. Verse 26. Put it up.
Message of Thirukarral. Number 26. Verse 212. Wealth derived from work should be used to benefit your family.
Okay, so that is verse 26. They say wealth derived from work should be used to benefit your family.
Yes.
Okay.
So the point here is that to sustain a family, first to sustain yourself, you should be working, right?
Okay.
And you're bringing in money because you're living in an economy that is driven by wealth, by money. Otherwise, you wouldn't pay your rent, you wouldn't buy your food, you wouldn't have transport, you wouldn't have any of those things. So we have taken care of how you will take care of yourself in self-care first. So now you're entering into a family. So the wealth that you are now earning is going to be shared amongst your family. So if you're looking, that's the key point. And if you're looking at let's take an example. This person that I know that came from a very poor family, they were living in disadvantaged conditions. And so when he had money, when he started to, and he grew up with his grandparents, then he took care of them. Yeah. And provided a house, get the groceries, buy the bread, buy things that are basically things. And that money was used productively. But it can happen, like some people who don't know about this verse, can take that money and squander it on gambling.
Okay.
So now you're still living in your family, but you're not taking care of the family. The wealth is used for other purposes that's squandered. So I just gave an example of with the parents. But when your wife is there and your children, you just see that everything in the house is taken care of and all that needs. So that comes first before any other luxuries you're looking at.
Okay.
So that's the example, that's the point that this verse is trying to make.
Okay. Thank you. Moving on to verse 27. Let's take a look.
Message of Thirukarral. Number 27. Verse 45. In a home where love and values are supreme, grace and prosperity come to stay.
Grace and prosperity come to stay.
That's right. So now that you are in a family, husband, wife, and say, if you know kids, it's still that's a family, husband, wife. So the love and peace has to be, and the core values again comes into the family,
of course,
right? So when that family, the couple is striving towards the core values, striving towards love, then automatically prosperity comes in. Because now you have two people striving for the same goals. Right. So if they do not strive towards this particular verse, what you end up having is in the house, let's say one person is constantly bickering, the other is fighting, so there's no love there now. There's constantly, everything becomes like a burden to move forward.
Right.
So, or if the other person is not conserving the wealth, is like spending on things that are gambling or whatever it is, you find that prosperity goes out of the window.
Right.
And then they'll be complaining that they are now in poverty and all of that, and they blame each other for that. So this is the point that this verse is trying to establish, that you are together, you move together in love, and then automatically prosperity comes. Yeah.
Thank you. Moving on to verse 28 of the 64 verses of the Thirukarral. Let's take a look.
Message of Thirukarral. Number 28. Verse 47. One who lives in a married state is the greatest. Marriage bliss is the greatest happiness.
Okay, so one who lives in a married state is the greatest. Marriage bliss is the greatest happiness.
Yeah, so in this verse, the point is that the marriage state is the greatest. And the reason being, for example, when you're on your own, you can do only so much. Yeah? But when you are working as a team together, you can do so much more. You can achieve so much because you have more hands to work together. Yes. So that is why it's the greatest. And if you take the basic things, like if at home the husband does certain parts of the work, the wife does certain parts of the work, they share with each other, they help each other. But imagine if you are alone, you have to do everything yourself. Yes. So now it's more, so you can see how it is the greatest. And also why you are the couple will have kids, right? Then you're transferring the culture to the next generation. So that you're leaving a legacy through your kids as well. Because the culture that your parents taught you is now being taught to your children. Yes. So in that marriage, which is there has to be a unity based on the core values. Yes. And that's where you have grace and love that you feel the energy of that. Yeah.
Thank you for that. As we just completed verses 26, 27 and 28, coming up next to keep your spiritual vibes up and your positivity going, we've got Seema Naidu, and she's here to perform an original song called Vishoya Ka Thirukarral Diwali. Check this out.
Na na na, na na na, la la la, la la la. Gari 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 sani sari. Re sari 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 sani धनी सा. घर घर सज रहे हैं दीप दिए, खुशियाँ छा रही है साथ लिए. घर घर सज रहे हैं दीप दिए, खुशियाँ छा रही है साथ लिए. पल पल क्यों न हम इनको जिए, पल पल क्यों न हम इनको जिए. ये खुशियों का त्योहार है दिवाली, ये खुशियों का त्योहार है दिवाली, ये खुशियों का त्योहार है दिवाली, ये खुशियों का त्योहार है दिवाली. हाथों में मैं लगा के मेहंदी सज गया ओ जरा, फूलों से सजा दूं मैं अपने घर को, देख ले तो जरा. अंधेरी दुनिया को रोशनी देती है, ऐसा है ये त्योहार. प्यार के बंधन में दुनिया को बांधती है, होती है फूलों की बहार. अंधेरी दुनिया को रोशनी देती है, खुशियों का त्योहार है दिवाली। रंगोली के रंगों में दीप जले मेरे आंगन में, खुशियों से भरे बातों में दीप जलाऊं मैं रातों में। हो ना जाए फिर अंधेरा, जो हो नसीब में वो तेरा, जो हो नसीब में वो तेरा। ये खुशियों का त्योहार है दिवाली, ये खुशियों का त्योहार है दिवाली, ये खुशियों का त्योहार है दिवाली, ये खुशियों का त्योहार है दिवाली।
Siva Nanu, ladies and gentlemen, as you just beloved video and original song, Kushiyon Ka May Diwali. I hope you enjoyed that, right? You don't have to be shy, you can clap loud with me. Let's go for it. Come, just for Siva. Alright guys, let's take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to continue with the teachings of the verses of the Thirukarral. We just completed 26, 27 and 28. When we come back, we'll continue with 29.
See flooring differently. Innova Floor Santan. Contact us today.
Vanakkam, Namaste, Namaskaram, Sai Ram, Jai Shri Ram, Swami Sandamayappa. Welcome back everybody. Alright, so we do apologize for the bad audio feed this evening as it is raining in the place that we're streaming live. Our studio's not 100% soundproof, so forgive us for that. But welcome back to the show. For those of you that are just joining us, you are watching the Journey Show and it's all about exploring Hinduism. Now, as we continue to teach you guys about the verses of the Thirukarral, today we're covering verses 26 to 32. And, we just finished off 26, 27 and 28. Before we move on to 29, let's read our live comments coming in through YouTube. We have Hannah Rodriguez saying that I think the most valuable wealth of a man is his knowledge, which cannot be destroyed.
That's true. Well said. Well said.
Thank you for that, Ms. Rodriguez. We got Sandra Woodley. Welcome. Welcome. Let's again for the Archie. Welcome, Mr. T and Kimera. Welcome. Teresa Pariachi, where there is no peace, there is no God.
Yes, on the power.
Thank you, Teresa. Ruby Naidu, welcome to the show. Teresa Pariachi, I always say, when there is no peace in the house, even the angels of God runs away.
Yes.
That's true. Thank you, Teresa. Thanks for that. Alright guys, for those of you that are on YouTube, you can interact with us in the studio today as we are live, and you can comment at the bottom of the screen where it says live chat. As we continue with our teaching this evening with Thirukarral Karasu, as for those of you that don't know him, I'm me, Kimera. We are here till 8 o'clock. Well, coming up next here is verses 29 of the 64 verses. Let's take a look.
Message of Thirukarral. Number 29. Verse 50. The ideal spouses who create a virtuous family has the merit of a divinity.
Okay, so the ideal spouses who create a virtuous family has the merit of a divinity. Can you explain that to us?
Yes. So in this verse, the point is that you are going to two ways. So you have to come and that's your love, the main end. you're going to create a family that is virtuous. So you have to put effort into watching what you say, do, and think and feel.
Okay.
So that's the projecting that because we're creating a family that is virtuous. That is the marriage aspect of the house. For example, if the husband is a very violent person and then there's very many peace at home. And he's extrovert. He likes loud noise, maybe the rain.
Yes.
And then she's an introvert and likes peace and quiet and silence. Then there's always going to be, you're not creating a virtuous family. Yes. Right? Because when the kids come, then imagine now they are supposed to both pass and that is addressed to loud parties and noise and all of that. The other is over silent. So there's both of them, not just one. One can have a family and come kind of meet halfway to create the virtue. So you have to put a lot of energy into your family. The energy means that will come from the heart. So to create the peace, you have the right thoughts, feelings, and actions. And that's the point of this verse.
Okay, before we continue with the next verse, which is number 30, I'd like to know to the director, can you hear our vocal here? Can you hear our teaching? Okay, let's continue then. Let's take a look at verse number 30 of the 64 verses of Thirukarral.
Message of Thirukarral. Number 30. Verse 51. A good spouse, although a working person earning their own income, still wisely spends their partner's money to keep the house in good order.
Although a working person earning their own income still wisely spends their partner's money to keep the house in good order. That's a tough one.
And that verse is always misunderstood because that's the woman we talk about there. But it's actually both partners a good spouse. So, because what happens, both are working, and sometimes one becomes selfish and my money I was very, very conservative. But that person's money is probably getting better.
Right.
So you have, but then you're not doing that as family life, family. You have to have in the family a budget.
Okay.
Right. So you have like the costing of the rent, the water, the lights, a lot of things. A lot of things. It's like a company.
Okay.
So you have to ensure that there's a budget that when you're entrusted, because both of you are bringing money, it doesn't have to be equal. So you might be earning 50,000 and he earning 10,000.
Right.
Putting it together as a joint, so you have to spend the entire amount wisely.
Right.
So in that way, financially, you will be empowered. And you're not going to be any financial difficulties long run. So that's basically the point in this verse.
Okay, so that was verse 30. Let's take a look at number 31.
Message of Thirukarral. Number 31. Verse 62. Children with principles are parents' greatest gift.
So I was wondering if the director can hear anything we said. We got Teresa Kariaki helping us out with our audio this evening. She says that she can't hear the teachings at all. So you can't hear at all. Very little, very faint. Hannah Rodriguez, are you able to hear us all the way in America? Could you let us know, doll, if you are there?
Otherwise, raise that voice higher.
No, we do believe, we actually streaming under Zim, guys. It's just a bit of continuous teaching on show. Rain is killing everything, Hannah says. Okay, would you guys like to continue next week?
Let's try the next two more verses.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Try to be louder.
Okay. Alright, you want to turn the mic closer to you? Okay. Alright, let's move to lesson number, or should we say verse number 31 of the 64 verses. Let's take a look.
Message of Thirukarral. Number 31. Verse 62. Children with principles are parents' greatest gift.
Okay, well, the children with principles are parents' greatest gift.
Yes. So the point here is that the children are a gift for parents, right? And by them pursuing principles, that's the greatest gift. The principles of being self-discipline, cleanliness, neatness, basic things. So when they wake up, they make the bed, they make the tidy up, the basic things. So when they follow principles, that's the greatest gift for the family, for the parents. So that's basically the point of this verse.
Coming up next as we continue to teach you the verses 26 to 32, here is Keegan Sangapule and team with Shankarya Namaha. Check this out.
शंकराय नमः अरुणाचलाय नमः शिव शंकराय नमः अरुणाचलाय नमः
शंकराय नमः अरुणाचलाय नमः शिव शंकराय नमः अरुणाचलाय नमः
कार्तिक दीप तिरुनाल अழகே அண்ணாமலையானே திரு அண்ணாமலையானே கருணை பொழியும் செம்மமலையானே அண்ணாமலையானே திரு அண்ணாமலையானே
शिवलिंगमान शिवने शिवगंगैயான शिवने பல மங்களங்கள் அருளும் மாமலையில் வாழும் சிவனே
பார்த்தவமையை பரவசமாக்கும் அண்ணாமலையானே திரு அண்ணாமலையானே பனிமலையானே ஒளிமலையானே அண்ணாமலையானே திரு அண்ணாமலையானே
शंकराय नमः शिव शंकराय नमः गंगाधराय नमः करुणाकराय नमः
பரணி தீபமே தரணிநாதனே அண்ணாமலையானே திரு அண்ணாமலையானே பார்வதி உமையால் மனமே எங்கள் அண்ணாமலையானே திரு அண்ணாமலையானே
शंकराय नमः अरुणाचलाय नमः शिव शंकराय नमः अरुणाचलाय नमः
शंकराय नमः अरुणाचलाय नमः शिव शंकराय नमः अरुणाचलाय नमः
शंकराय नमः अरुणाचलाय नमः शिव शंकराय नमः अरुणाचलाय नमः
வெண்ணீரணிந்த வேதநாதனே அண்ணாமலையானே திரு அண்ணாமலையானே வேண்டுது கேட்டு ஆண்டரு செய்யும் அண்ணாமலையானே திரு அண்ணாமலையானே
ஸ்ரீஸ்தானுமான சிவனே ஒளி தூணுமான சிவனே திரு காணும் போது எதிரே மலையாக நின்று சிவனே
தென்னாடு கொண்டு திகழும் ஐயனே அண்ணாமலையானே திரு அண்ணாமலையானே உன்னை தேடி வணங்கிட தெளிவை அளிக்கும் அண்ணாமலையானே திரு அண்ணாமலையானே
शंकराय नमः शिव शंकराय नमः पंचाधराय नमः तेजोमयाय नमः
கண்ணால் இரண்டு கதிரொளி காட்டும் அண்ணாமலையானே திரு அண்ணாமலையானே உன்னை கொண்டார் தமக்கு உயிர்நிலை கூட்டும் அண்ணாமலையானே திரு அண்ணாமலையானே
शंकराय नमः अरुणाचलाय नमः शिव शंकराय नमः अरुणाचलाय नमः
शङ्कराय नमः अरुणाचलाय नमः शिवशङ्कराय नमः अरुणाचलाय नमः
शङ्कराय नमः अरुणाचलाय नमः शिवशङ्कराय नमः अरुणाचलाय नमः
அங்கிங்கனாத எங்கும் விளங்கும் அண்ணாமலையானே திரு அண்ணாமலையானே ஆனந்தமாகி அருளை வருங்கும் அண்ணாமலையானே திரு அண்ணாமலையானே
श्रीहस्वदेव शिवने परमेश्वराज शिवने श्री विश्वनाथ शिवने चतुर्वेदसार शिवने
शङ्कराय नमः शिवशङ्कराय नमः अरुणाचलाय नमः शिवशङ्कराय नमः
शङ्कराय नमः अरुणाचलाय नमः शिवशङ्कराय नमः अरुणाचलाय नमः
शङ्कराय नमः अरुणाचलाय नमः शिवशङ्कराय नमः अरुणाचलाय नमः शङ्कराय नमः अरुणाचलाय नमः शिवशङ्कराय नमः अरुणाचलाय नमः
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have to cut the stream short this evening as we have bad weather and our studio is not fully soundproof, guys. We're going to have to do these teachings again next week with verses 26 to 32 from Thirukarral Sumudali and myself, Kimera Hirao. Anything you want to say before we go? Well, have a blessed evening, everybody. We'll do this again next week. This is episode 142 with verses 26 to 32. It will be happening again next week, this time, same place. From myself, Kimera Hirao and Thirukarral Sumudali. Vanakkam, Namaste, Namaskaram, Sai Ram, Jai Shri Ram, Swamiye, Saranamayappa. Good night, everyone.